Good evening, pimps and hoes. This is Max Moose from Team Awesome.
And Hiking from Team Awesome. You may not have heard me before, I like potatoes, and let's get into this cast.
On that delicious note of vegetables, we're going to just watch the first few seconds, the last few seconds really, of the warm-up before everything gets underway.
Yeah, and today we have Team Awesome versus
EQ9. Just to save a pause right there.
Yes, awkward moments indeed. This is our first cast together as a team, so if, like our recording, there are some bits that don't look quite right, I assure you they'll be fixed next time.
That they will. All in good time. All in good time. Speaking of time, we have 50 seconds before everything gets underway. Oh, a nice little flick of tab, and we get to see the teams. Right, so running through the teams for EQ9, we've got Sepfuel, Jimmy Jizzball, Shifty, Brada, Cognity, Blackout Avenger, Cordus, Zahassis, and Scorpion Eddie.
And for Team Awesome, we have TJB, Turtle, Frankenmaster, Cuttlefish, Draco, Double Death, Unforgiven, Dr. Demo, and Pignut. It looks about we're just ready to kick off here.
Yeah,
let's go.
10 seconds. Everything gets underway. I've been warned that EQ9 are pretty synonymous with wanting to change their classes, so if we get names mixed up, it's all due to that.
Here we go, coming out. Gates. What do we see? Team Awesome, it is attacking.
Keeping Scout on the cart, not aware of the sticky trap or the pyro. Just
I think we saw an Uber pop there, did we?
Not just yet, having watched. Now the red Uber comes in.
That pesky tree is in our way, but here we have the medic and soldier. They're going to get chased down. A medic down.
Indeed, medic dropping down, following the soldier. Not the wisest moves. Always good to get back and keep with the team.
Nice to see Team Awesome. We're keeping ×3 on that cart. The fastest it will move is at ×3.
Yep, no wonder when teams stack all 9 players on, it doesn't quite work.
It also cries out, Demo Man, spam here please.
And that's what makes Demo Men smile.
Poor Heavy went down there trying to eat a sandwich, and we're just about to get first here.
Yeah, team also making good time up to the first point. Just coming up to whatever time, 3 minutes.
Nice push to start off the round with. Not seeing any great defense here. I have to see where they have a sentry position, but of course we are not controlling the camera here, people.
Yeah, took the words out of my mouth, both on the occasion of the sentry and the fact the camera is already being recorded by fellow Team Awesome player Rob.
Ooh, we have an Uber pop here. Can we see what's happening? No, we can't.
Well,
there is the sentry we're looking for. It's gone down.
Medic dropped, but quite literally off the bridge once Uber has popped. And Team Awesome look to be wading through second point as well.
Second is a very quick cap time. I like this Team Awesome aggression.
Sly bit of spy work takes out one of them on the car. And Heavy distracting behind.
Heavy on Heavy. Ooh, both Heavies go down. Nice clean up work there from Cuttlefish.
Going to be sticking behind Cognity, I think, is the engineer for it.
You're going to see where he'll get this sentry placement. He isn't quite sure where he's putting it either.
This could be a first time of the map for quite a few players.
Indeed, it's not the most played map in Highlander, but of course this is UGC, not ETFL.
Yeah, and with UGC comes a lot more randomness, like this little forest just to the side there.
Yes, Team Awesome pushing through again. Spy doing work on the cart here though. Getting a nice little view here. Heavy, he's going for another sandwich break. Let's hope he doesn't get gunned down this time.
It's a great matching combo with the hat and the apparel. And the towel as well. It's sweaty work eating all those sandwiches. We're going to watch Double Death go behind, see if he can get a sneaky backstab.
He gets the Heavy but goes down immediately to the gun. Nice placement under the stairs there. I prefer to see up on the balcony.
Being an engineer yourself, you always love to see new spots.
Oh, engineer, I am known for my random sentry placement, indeed. And Max, you are medic main, is that right?
That it is. So every time it follows the medic and he's backstabbed by a spy, I will put expletives in there for half of that medic, really.
And that sniper there trying to get whipped and finding a spy here. That spy, of course, covered in piss and goes down.
It's great for those using the dead ringer, but you can still see the spy. Helpful little tactic.
Very helpful indeed. Heavy medic doing the right thing here, just staying around the cart, staying near their gun. Medic's nice and protected in this little corner here.
Yeah, now the sentry's up, they've managed to hold a good defense, EQ9 on the 3rd point.
Lock and load, a strange choice for this demo though. I prefer to see the standard grenade launcher, but lock and load does a lot of damage to buildings if you can get that splash damage off on people.
Exactly, that and things like the scout just get wiped out all too easily, so it's good on pushes, but you can't keep people at bay with those pills.
No, Spam Man is a lot more skillful when they're using it. Oh, medic had to pop.
Unlucky by Shifty, good little push there.
Nice little try. Of course,
The
they're
medic
towards
popped.
that Uber now, so it's going to fade before they can get the gun, unfortunately. But they do have a buff banner here, giving mini crit damage.
Yeah, that last bit of Uber giving the soldier enough time to blow his own horn.
And that looked painful through the hip, I believe, for the sniper.
So an unlucky push by TA, didn't really advance very far. Going with the soldier, the sentry just seems to splash all the damage and no one got killed.
Heavy coming in Yorn and goes down to Cuttlefish, doing a good job as scout cleaning up here.
Looking up at the charges, it seems TA have an advantage, so we're going to see if they push in first.
Yeah, I like that. I like that positioning for the teleporter. Puts you right on the field, but if a demo man spots that, you could be sticky trapped to doom.
There's nothing worse than someone knowing the teleporter's there and just waiting for you to spawn and then kill you.
Oh, there's nothing more rage-inducing, especially as a mains engineer. You're shouting to your team, "Don't take that teleporter," but someone always does.
Someone is always me. It seems we've got a charge for Draco. He's going to pop in, pushing in with the pyro.
Very odd choice coming in here now, soldier. They're cleaning up. Did they get the gun? Yes, they did.
And the point is going to be capped. Welcome back, and with a bit of technical difficulty, we're now back to recording your audio. Heavy goes down, there's a bit of step fuel for =9, and then there's a quick flick to Draco as he's buffing up the Heavy.
Welcome back, everybody. Yes, we had a slight technical difficulty there. Here we're just looking at Team Awesome pushing up the hill until last, I believe. Soldier blowing his own trumpet here, getting everyone a few mini crits.
Yep, and having a bit of trouble with the medic. Gets him, and I saw it already coming, kills himself, trying to get down the scout as well, so everyone loses their buff.
And =9 just pushing back out here after the buff banner depleted and clearing the cart everyone around.
Yeah, =9 have been putting on a good solid defence on the last point. Having only approached this match once before, it is pretty solid trying to get through what seems to be only 2 main ways in, straight ahead or just round on the left.
Yeah, very narrow map, slightly reminiscent of Badwater, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, as an engineer, you know that there's spots around that stop things going through.
Indeed I do. I don't see any setup here. I believe it's under this little bridge here.
Yeah, camera's not going through. But it seems Team Awesome's Uber only got used up to the point of the cart, not getting it into the building, which is the main reason for having it there.
Yeah, that's the one thing people argue about on this map. There seems to be a lot of ground to cover once you come around that corner. Unless you have an engineer set up in a building around there, you're going to have to push out, spy on the medic here.
Yeah, corner's pretty close. Gets put down for his troubles though.
Yeah, Heavy clearing it up, and medic, Heavy staying alive here. Spy going in, we're not going to follow him though, we're still on Heavy medic.
Yeah, it's always best when attacking in pairs. A bit of spy panic followed by pyro panic is enough to double up some worries for a medic.
Indeed it does. We seem Seem to have the card rolling back here now. This is great defense from Equals.
Although Draco just goes down from set view, must have crept around the side, which means the Uber is now equal as Jimmy Jizzball also goes down.
TA touching the card there again, stopping it from rolling backwards. Always very, very important, especially in competitive Highlander when these rounds are timed.
Yeah, a bit of stop clock action on the go. Dr. Demo looking behind him, seeing who's there to follow up. Giving himself a bit of a drink with some milk. And we're going to be following Cordus, first person, and he's creeping behind the car. Getting probably... No, Medic knew it. Turtle takes him out. I like Turtle.
Here we go, watching Team Awesome here, getting ready to push in again. A great defense coming in here from Equals. I'm not running anything through here for the last 2 minutes.
Blackout Avenger takes out Pigant. Or Pigant, as he is. And that means that Team Awesome are down a sniper. And a scout from the body shot.
Sniper doing work here. He's got 2 kills. Can he get another one? No, soldier bombs him out.
It seems to be equal. 3 players down on each side. No one's going to be pushing ahead just yet. Although is Medic caught out of position.
No, seems soldier hasn't covered here. Just dodges that reflect.
Cuttlefish there to try and trouble him some a little more.
Scout's job really just being an annoyance, and what an annoyance they can be.
Doing some of my more medic work. Jimmy Jizzball's at 100%. They've got a 40% Uber advantage. Are they going to use that?
It will probably benefit them now. Just push out, wait for Team Awesome to spot. Oh no, they're bringing it right out here, popping it, not dropping it.
Draco did go down. He's respawning in a second, which means the Uber charge is going to be building underneath the time again.
I don't know, did I agree with that for Equals 9, but the medic must have seen some danger and goes down to double death with the backstab. So, proving myself wrong just there. Medic done well to get rid of his Uber before he lost it to the spot.
It's nothing like putting down in a player and then exceeding it.
No, not at all. Soldier going down there on the card. Team Awesome made very little progress here in the past 2 minutes.
Realise they've got a man advantage, so they're going to try to push in their first time they're into the house, and they found the sentry spot.
This is a very nice sentry spot. He's got the dispenser well hidden behind him. If he's wrangling that, he can see the entire point. Spy goes down.
Spy just a few seconds too late. He could have helped that push initially with a bit of sapping work.
Now it looks like Team Awesome are just going to wait.
So Jimmy, 85% again. He's looking good with his Ubers.
Yeah, he seems to be handling his Ubers very well here today. Yes, they're doing the right thing here, putting a forward push on Team Awesome and not holding back in their base.
Although he didn't expect his soldier to kill himself on a spy, so the Uber falls on the heavy.
Not the most practical way to get things done, but hey, if it works and the Uber gets popped, well done to double death the spy.
So now we're looking at the advantage going to Draco and Team Awesome. It's coming up with double death and a few stickies. The spy having a quick look.
Blitzkrieg, not an Uber here. This is a strange choice pushing in onto a level 3 sentry. Heavy just drops down and does what heavies do best.
Put their fat and bullets in people.
Team Awesome needing to get out here. They don't have very many players alive.
Yeah, it just seems to be another solid defense again.
Yeah, I'm not sure here about Team Awesome. That engineer needs to move up. We need to get people into this battle a lot quicker.
Yeah, sometimes engineers, the first thing they should be building is teleporters, helping the push from the other players.
Yeah, as an engineer, I can contest that you need forward teleporters all the time.
Bit of sly work from the Pyro there, trying to pick up his name. But either way, got caught out.
I wouldn't worry about it. Equals 9 seem to like switching their names. Every death, it seems to change class. Team Awesome decided to stick with the crit streak. I don't agree with this push into level 3 Sentry. You need an Uber, you need that invulnerability.
Well, he's popped it nonetheless. And here we go, trying to take on the Sentry with the crits. Demo not being taken out either, which means his sticky is going to do some work.
That's just poor judgment here from Medic Max. You must be screaming, biting your knuckles here. It can't be good to see. You're the one making that call. You're going to change to crits. You're just walking into a Sentry.
It depends. They've been pushing out quite a lot, so the crits have popped outside, could have cleared up the people, and then just tried to take the Sentry inside, but trying to take a Sentry with just a crit screed isn't going to happen. Spy, however, can take a Sentry down. Not all the way down though this time.
Exactly, and that cart rolling back up that hill again here. Team Awesome has seemed to be stuck here for, I don't know,
2 minutes, yeah, if not more. It's been rolling back some.
Pyro spotting out that teleporter now.
And Drake is down. Nothing worse than screaming, "Don't take the teleporter!"
We discussed that earlier, and like you said, Max,
That's what we did.
always one.
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
It looks like Equals 9 is going to be able to hold out here. We have switched back to the Medigun though for Team Awesome, there we see.
An aggressive Spy gets caught out. EQ9 down there, Spy, and Unforgiven gets a chance to run up ahead and find some stickies.
Lucky thing he's by them too. Stickies can be
Quite a trap. And doing what he does best, keeping people away from his face.
And eating sandwiches.
Oh,
This is
there
Heavy's
he
best.
Nom, nom, nom.
I have to admit I am a lover of the odd sandwich in a job myself. Engineer here going behind doing work. This is what I like to see, aggressive engineer.
Perfect play to help take down the Heavy. And in comes the Uber this time on the Soldier, surprisingly, trying to get a bit of damage across the Sentry.
Oh, this cart is so close in overtime. Will Team Awesome get it?
3, 2, 1.
No, they
No
don't.
one there to do it.
A great defense by Equals 9 there.
That it was, and we'll then be having to play round 2.
Round 2 incoming here now. What do you think Equals 9 need to do to beat Team Awesome's
Mission
time?
begins in 60 seconds.
I think with a solid defense like that, they can ensure that they're needing to just push as fast as possible.
And rather than doing the orthodox thing and switching to a first person cam, we've decided to get a fly through of the entire map in reverse. And here we have the engineer setting up again, getting his suicides, everyone killing themselves for the cause. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, good Sentry nest coming up. Bit of Pyro to protect and Sniper to back it up.
Yep, good setup here. This is possibly the best position to play on this map. If you're going to wrangle, you'll really be able to deny them coming out of their own spawn.
Yeah, the Wrangler doing the work that no other weapon can, just stretching out across a map, firing rockets and bullets like no one else.
Unless you're a sniper, and you can fire bullets across the map, eh, Max?
Yeah, but not as many.
You don't have as much fun doing it, do you?
No. It's just one bullet at a time. Unlike Heavies, having a bit of a battle each, and the Wrangler doing the work, taking out the blue push on the head. Equally responds.
Action here now. Who's going to fade first? Equals 9 fades first, and cleaning it up Unforgiven on Heavy.
He's sitting just outside the front gate, pretty risky place to be, but the Wrangler backing him up once again. The aggressive engineer takes him down.
I love to see aggressive engineers. I am not the sort of person who has the patience to sit and let a sentry do its own work.
TJB taking a headshot, which meant the sentry went down with no engineer to back it up.
No engineer to back up a sentry, it's always going to go down. Even if you got your hand with the pyro, he isn't going to be able to take out everything coming his way.
So it looks like we've got a first solid push from MM+9, which could be approaching first point.
First point seems to be in reasonably the same time as Team Awesome did. Nice 3-2 kill there actually by Dr. Demo for Team Awesome. Now, MM+9 just seemed to give up this point the last round. They did not seem to set up any solid defense. Yes, great position for Sentry here. That's what I like to see from TJB.
Got Fish throwing in some milk, trying to help push people back.
Helping everyone with their calcium intake. Headshot right there from Pignet, switching back to the sniper rifle. I do believe he was running the Huntsman the first round.
He's using the rifle. Good stuff. Will the piss come in? Faithful Girardi.
Girardi, the best team 2 in the game, gets 4 players on the point. Uber popped, and that's just going to annihilate everything in its path. Good Uber, good defensive Uber from Team Awesome Max. That's something you like to see as a medic, and just make you smile, be warm and fuzzy inside.
Yeah, nothing more than helping your teammates who are covered in piss.
Exactly, saving your friends and destroying your enemies.
Ooh, a sly bit of spy work. Well picked up by Rob the cameraman. But he's caught out instantly.
Enough Dead Ringer spy caught out. This is a great defense from Team Awesome here. Stalling the cart a lot more than we've seen MM+9 do for the past round.
Yeah, from that angle you can see it's a real closed off point. Just most of the defense will be hidden around on the left there where the sentry is. So all that can happen is Blue are just going to run around the corner or up to the cart, and it's easy to defend.
The only thing that I've seen from this map that can be very effective is coming in from that right hand side. There's a very long as you can see here, there's a very long view there. If you have a sniper, you can pick off the engineer who is rightly wrangling his gun.
And they just allowed a pyro to right into the group. Boy's taken down.
Pyro living it up there.
Yeah, fearless of any sentry. But another Uber use. Excellent work from Team Awesome.
Ooh, and they get the medic too. MM+9 been very smart right there from the scene to Uber. Everyone but the medic got out.
Spy being chased down 3 people. That's the worst way to take down in the group.
5 minutes left in the mission.
That's the job of a spy, create paranoia and get everyone out of position.
And he's using the full enforcer, so I incur that as much pain can be brought upon him as possible.
The enforcer is a horrible weapon. And yes, it has received a nerf, but my god, that is... It's the ambassador for people with no skill as well, I'd consider.
Valve, why you do this, and MM+9, why can't we get this put on just yet?
Now, we're going to wait here. Are we going to see Uber versus Uber popped on the card here? Or are MM+9 popping in, looking for the sentry gun? He's found it, but that Uber's been played before they can deal with it. No.
And does the sentry survive? It does, which means MM+9 are going to have a hard time pushing this unless you hide behind the cart. Well played, sniper.
It's something I like to see. If you crouch behind that cart, no sentry gun in the world can spot you, even my own ones.
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
Team Awesome got a great defense here. If they can run us out for the next 30 seconds, they will win the round.
Can't get more tense than this.
Not much that card is perched precariously on that control point.
But this is a great push up the hill from Spam of Demo Man and Soldier.
Spellman laying down the stickies.
And Spy's on the cart. Soldier approaching, and Soldier gets the take. Heavy distracted by Spy, just as he's done before. And we get to see equals 9.
That is still up though by the looks of things. We've seen the Wrangler. TJB doing a bit of ninja work here.
Nice attack by Piggins. Taking down Melee with Sniper.
Blowing his own trumpet again, but no escape from Soldier.
Sometimes pushing it alone is useful, but it's even best with a team.
Yeah, there's not much that can be done at this level of play with just one player. Even if you are rolling mini crits. Now, as a medic, you know all about the psychological advantages and disadvantages. Losing a cat point like that, Max, is it going to affect your players?
Seemingly so. They didn't have a point to fall back to, which was as solid as defence as TJB had on second, so equals 9 have just waded through the third point.
And that's where we saw a big defense coming in from equals 9. They stalled Team Awesome at this point and the last point. But equals 9 having free roam on the card here, just pushing straight up. Team Awesome right now running one down.
Here's where they hit a wall though. Heavy, Medic, Soldier, Demo, keeping some spam up. And it's close to a win for equals 9 to push right back.
Jumping in against Heavy when you don't have 4 rockets loaded, never a good idea.
Some risky play, but someone's got to do it. Heavy not moving back, he's just moving forward.
Over aggressive Heavy. I suppose it's the only way to play Heavy.
When you've got a big gun like that, you're not going to hold back.
No, the bigger they are, the harder the all those and that. They say Heavy sitting on the card here. Pirate Soldier. Helping that Heavy keep equals 9 back.
Draco needs to keep himself alive, running around with an Uber charge.
It
And
has to be the most terrifying feeling of all, knowing you're all alone with the most precious thing in the game.
it doesn't look like he wants to push outside the house with it, which is what equals 9 were doing to help keep Team Awesome at bay before.
Maybe he's waiting for one of those heavy bosses to back him and bring him out just to be safe. Oh no, here he is jumping.
Out of nowhere. Perfectly timed though, Medic down, Soldier trying to get away. Picked off before he can and Heavy behind.
You like those heavy men behind you, don't you, Max?
Being a medic, I can have a Heavy all over me and be happy.
Let's not Google that sort of images, people. Heavy being the caring Heavy and throwing his sandwich to teammates. Heavy, he's really the stupid medic, isn't he? You cuttlefish spot.
On 6 when you want to just push forward.
This is very interesting. If we see defense like this for the next 2 or 3 rounds from both teams, this could be a long, long cast for us, Max.
That it can, but for our first, should we doubt it?
And this looks like getting a quick flash of the scoreboard there. Switching to Spy, he looks like he's going for the Scout disguise. I don't agree with Spy disguising Scout. It's very obvious to someone paying attention that you're not actually a Scout that's slow in movement speed.
But he got past that Pyro in a puff and TJB doesn't recognise. Dr. Demo has his doubts.
Dr. Demo chasing him down, that Spy is going to get away, is he? You know? Swiping at everyone and hitting nothing.
It's a shame, you always feel that they turn around just at the wrong time.
I never see why Spies complain. They get instant kills on players and base stats galore.
Nice little trio just coming around. Heavy and Soldier going around left and now coming back to the car.
Good tactics there, bringing in your entire team, all the heavy classes, TJB wrangling, rightly so. You put out
Excellent
damage,
by Red.
take more damage.
Turtle taken down by a slight bit of the soda pop that could have been.
The soda pop is one of those weapons that nobody particularly likes to see. I don't think Rob was too sure the soldier and medic were rightly killed, but indeed they were, Rob.
Uber charges again, I'm just looking at those. We've got a 10% advantage, if not more, by the time Draco respawns. It looks like we could see another push before 4-minute break.
As a medic, how certain can you be if you're trying to count Uber's max? How sure are you going to be that yes, we have 5-10% advantage? Or is it up to your spy to be calling everybody who's in for you?
The fact that Vitasaur can be allowed, it could be at anything, so counting could always be hard. So in Highlander, with a spy constantly there, you want him to really be calling out the enemy medics for Uber charge.
That's true, and I've seen it, we've used it ourselves, spies just doing that and being very effective.
Very close to point here, we're just watching Cuttlefish clear off a heavy and engineer covered in piss. Meters away, it looks like there's a pyro down there.
That looks painful.
Scout, a bit more soda popper work, and before his troubles.
Hit you go.
It's a shame, but in a way I feel that was coming.
I think it's karma hitting back at him for using the soda popper.
Another Uber charge. Here we go, this could be the final push. The heavy goes down before the pop and Medic's left alone outside. Demo does a slight bit of work, keeps it alive. Medic's still alive going for it.
Oh, team, awesome. How did you let that medic get in there? Equals 9 take the round and take the first point.
Right now, as the medic, I would have head in hands. When you're Uber charged and they're that close to the point, you just want to stand on it. Just get people on the car, can't move. No slide medics can run in and try and keep it moving like they did for Equals 9. Brilliant play to keep it alive.
Great play there by Equals 9. Team Awesome just couldn't put up that defense. Welcome back everyone to part 2, round 3 of Team Awesome versus Equals 9. Here we see red defense, Team Awesome, Equals 9 pushing out, Maximus take it away.
Indeed, it's going to be Team Awesome on defense first. It looks like they're repeating the process of having the sentry up on the left. And it seems there's enough metal with people dying around him. It's nothing like people sacrificing themselves for metal.
For the greater good, standard again from Team Awesome. It might be a bit too predictable though, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, with only a few runs on this map, it seems there's pretty just set tactics. Heavy and medic up on the right with sentry over here on the left.
Yeah, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I say.
Touche, good sir, touche. Looking into the first 10 seconds, the nerves will be kicking in for both teams, and we'll be underway pretty shortly.
And we seem to be following Pignut Sniper Can, seeing can he get any crazy headshots off here to start the match.
Scout straight away with the soda pop and burst out, trying to take heavy medic on.
Strange, but maybe a viable tactic, just hunting down the medic with those crazy.
Uber pushing up with Equals 9 and the pyro helping to take out the sentry. They kind of knew what was coming.
Yeah, like I said, it was a bit too predictable from Team Awesome there. Pyro knew if he stood under the sentry gun and was wrangled, they wouldn't be able to hit him.
Heavy and medic caught out of place and out of time with their Ubers. Right in front of spawn doors, Equals 9 will have a chance to push up a bit.
I think it was a case of just trying to slow them down a little bit before they can touch the cart. who knows, them few seconds might prove to be the deciders.
Ooh, the lock and load showing its weakness. Pills just disappearing if you don't connect.
It is such a rewarding weapon though when you do get that one-hit kill on Scout.
Here we see Blackout Avenger for equals 9. Is he going to not leaving the Sentry stuff alone? Nope, now he takes it down with the heavy as well as a reward.
It's a smart decision always. If you can get a stab off first, to go for it. I say if someone saps my stuff, I will scream and shout and cry until someone pays attention.
So equals 9 going to be strong.
That fleck kill we saw there in the kill feed. Crazy, crazy stuff.
No one can stop a pyro against that spam.
Team Awesome again here setting up just on top of that point like we saw them do last time. Seemed to be a good position for them to hold.
Turtle called out of position in the defence. They seem to be quite aggressive, keeping at the bottom of the hill rather than just hiding behind.
And that pyro must have thought he was running the extinguisher. No, look there man, you're running a home wrecker to help out your engineer.
Ooh, Spy getting a free bit of healing before he's called out.
Bit of red face there for Draco. But at least as the Spy was dead ring, got his heavy, went for a face stab, got killed.
That's important. Cognitive team building the forward teleporter for Blue to attack faster. Nice position.
Very good position, very aggressive, that's what I like to see. It's in a house so it's protected and you'll get to see double Uber popped. Looks like Team Awesome popped that a little bit later, seems to be coming out better too.
Indeed, nothing like holding your Uber as long as possible. If you know you can, it's always worth it. It means that you've got all of your team, possibly all flashed, all Uber charged against whatever attack they've got left.
Very smart choice. Takes a very brave medic to do it, and better medic to do it right at that. And that's not your team, that's Rob's.
Indeed, Rob's a popular man, so we're always going to get to see his chat as well.
Like we said in the previous cast, these little glitches, these little hiccups, we won't have them next time, we can assure you of that.
Turtle flying in aggressive, trying to get the medic either down or popping. Got him into the red, but 75% charge, ready to go.
Flying Turtle doesn't seem to be working today. Engineer, Rangan, of course, when it's on the other side of that cart, it doesn't matter.
Well, that'll certainly stop him moving. A nice push on the pyro in Uber. Means everyone's going all the way back down the hill.
Heavy just stuck in that corner, mowing down the sentry, but not successful.
Indeed, I think we've seen our first change as Jimmy Jizzball was the heavy this time.
Indeed, that sniper mustn't have the sound very loud, despite the cloaking right beside him getting a side stab.
Looking at the angle of that car, Team Awesome are wanting to keep people on it. Just needed 1 second.
Spy is playing havoc for Team Awesome, double kill there. Of course he is using the bicycle, one of the newer knives for the Spy. I'm not sure I agree with it. It means
Turtle again though, goes flying and takes the medic down. We've had some good Uber advantages for Team Awesome this round.
It seems like this map really rewards aggression on defense. Spy getting the stab and the sap there.
There's Deja Vu, heavy going down, pretty similar spot.
Those heavies are pretty single-minded, Max, you know this. Cuttlefish backing off from the pyro, proper thing to do is a scout.
Sometimes all the heavy need is a varied diet, so much ham can sometimes be a bad thing. Gonna be watching Cuttlefish throw in some milk, good long range, keeping the heavy at bay. He's not gonna want to go around that corner all too soon.
But he's going to get a milk and sandwich combination.
Delicious and healthy.
Indeed, indeed.
Going all the way back to pick up the medic.
He really wants to give someone his sandwich. Nice view here of equals 9 getting bombed again by Turtle and again taking down the medic.
Heavy as well. He gets quite a few key kills. Engineer down as well.
Turtle really seems to be keeping equals in the bay almost single-handedly here.
And we're watching Double Death. Can he keep a pyro down? Nothing worse as a pyro than to be backstabbed. Knowing you have the ultimate power to kill.
You're the ultimate anti-spy tool and you get backstabbed. Never a nice feeling.
The bump didn't help, but he gets a heavy kill anyway.
And the scout kill. Turtle jumping in again. He loves his rocket jumping.
Never see this medic get past this spot.
I think they might be wondering if Turtle has wall hacks. He seems to jump every time that medic comes around the corner. I think it's the spy. Yeah, spies running cloak and dagger. He's able to get good calls out here.
He's going back round, trying to stop their soldier from possibly doing the same thing.
It's a sign of a team not paying full attention though. You can see the outline of that spy when he's running around. 2 snipers, hello.
I think that was caught up in the comments, so we could have had an almost automatic default win right there.
Doesn't seem to bother Team Awesome too much for not making any sort of comment on it.
I think it was just the changing style of Eagle 9. They did have scouts before one actually finally decided to become Sniper and just back out Avenger.
Pyro taking down the heavy, that's a good work of battle he normally wouldn't win. Team Awesome are holding this almost awesomely, I'd say. Ooh, the puns.
Up to Medic to pop, and he keeps the defense on, but at the risk of having no team to back him up.
Very aggressive play from the Medic. It's not the most orthodox thing, but hey, if it stops the capping point, you go for it, Medic.
Now 35 seconds remaining, we could see one final Uber charge from Blue, but they aren't going to need it to get the point. They wade on through.
And if you remember, we had this exact problem last time. Team Awesome holding out to the last seconds of the round, and then getting just caught out. TJB doing a good job taking down the scout.
Helps in flank and puts up a slight sentry. It's taken down by the soldier.
If you have the metal and you're retreating, it's always worth just dropping that sentry to distract them and give yourself a few extra seconds.
Till again taking down the medic before being taken down by Equal 9 soldier.
Soldier for a medic, it's a good trade in Highlander. Medic is the key player.
Girardi doing excellent work on the cart, helping the Dr. Demo clean up the stickies, and going to be stuck outside the building with Team Awesome just holding a strong defense outside.
And it appears Team Awesome have lost a player. It seems it was their heavy that went down, as we see the sniper here covered in urine.
That it was. I think Team Awesome play with 8 people for a couple of minutes, which shows a good strong defense to 1 player down.
But we have watched this match previously, guys, and we have something very special in store for you. You'll see when the player joins. You will see when the player joins, but it's going to be a treat for you indeed.
So, without our egos exploding too much just yet, we're going to see Equals 9 pushing up just over 30% charge. We're going to need a lot more to get through the defense around this house.
Again, Team Awesome holding their defenses very well this round. I think the key has been Turtle doing them big jumps in.
Yep, and again, within the last 10 seconds, he's taken down the medic, reset to 0. We're in advantage of Team Awesome.
He's going huge here, being super aggressive. That's what a soldier needs to do in Highlander, especially when your team's on the back foot on defense.
Few sly whips on the heavy, get him up to the front lines faster.
A few slight whips of the escape plan, I believe. That's not going to do him any good.
Ah, shame on his and my belief that it was the whip.
If I had sound files, I'd play too much soldier.
And you say you main NG. So we're going to see equals 9 gunning with the crits this time. It's going to get them to charge faster, and it could help take all these players on the outside of the house.
Again, we've discussed this earlier. Is it a good idea bringing a crits into a sentry gun? But like you said, Team Awesome have been holding aggressively. They could well just clear up before ever leaving the house.
Draco getting caught in open ground. That doorway is a big opening for a lot of spam and a lot of bullets.
Now TJB, he's taken that sentry gun more into the corner, which means they won't see it until a lot later. And yet again, wrangling it. Uber Fade nears Pyro comes in.
The Wrangler can play two thoughts really for an attacker. They know that they can get into an area because the sentry won't be looking at it, and it gives them a chance to know exactly where the sentry is.
Yes, but I don't know, does that quite take away from the benefits you get from the Wrangler? Plus 66 more defense, giving it more health than a heavy at 612, I believe, and 33% more damage per bullets, but you do have to manually aim.
Well, look at you pulling out all your stats, and would you look at this? A certain beautiful heavy has joined the game.
Who is this very dashing looking heavy? It's none other than our own Maximus.
That it was. I was actually sitting in the Mumble channel whilst the game was happening, listening on my comms. They were down a player, so what else could I do but offer my assistance?
Offer your heavy weapons services. Now, what is it like to jump into the game a little late when everyone's in their flow like this, Max?
Well, the game was going really quite evenly, as we had seen already, but what I did wrong there was got the medic killed, and the last part of defense, as Team Awesome been happening so far, it's the last few seconds when they get the cap. And that's what's happening here. 10 seconds to go, everyone rushing to the point, and we're going to see what happens with these 5 seconds remaining.
And again, the medic being very brave and just dancing on that cart while the heavy punches it forward. Maximus himself cleaning up, making up for that mistake and winning the round for Team Awesome.
Alright, so we get to see Team Awesome holding on the third point, which means that all they'll need is just to get to that point, and they've won it.
Yeah, Team Awesome here have been very successful on defense that past round. There has been, is that a sticky jumper?
That's exactly what I was about to put him up on.
This must be halftime show, people.
Maybe a little bit of fun before the engineer gets there.
Maybe that's what it is. Sticky jumper. It's a weapon that, if used correctly, can have big advantages in Highlander.
With UGC as well, and so many unlocks being open, I think the Caber is as well. Possibly. If that's a fact, then Sticky Jumper does have its place.
Well, Sticky Jumper will always have its place in my mind. If you use 2 stickies, you will move faster than a sentry gun can track. Do that jumping onto the last of any 5 CP map with the... what's that weapon called? The stick. Doubles cap speed max, help me out.
Oh, well, haven't you just blown our minds? We're too excited by the start of this game.
I think Maximus joining this game has upset my stat quoting abilities. Snipe on the roof here with the Razorback. Don't know, does he need it?
With that and the improved Bizarre Bargain as well, meaning he gets rewarded for his headshots, but severely loses out if he doesn't.
I wouldn't say severely. There's no sniper worth their salt who should be going for body shots in a game like this.
Or in any game in particular, but not everyone is perfect. It seems pretty good push out, the sentry's down and everyone's moving up.
I think Team Awesome will have to reconsider their sentry placement for the first point if they're to play this map again. It doesn't seem to be doing them any favours where it is.
So first point going down to Team Awesome, and an aggressive engineer realises he should probably be getting back to where TJB was building, just around the corner of the top of the hill.
Now it'll be interesting to see, do we have a soldier bombing in on Team Awesome here?
Exactly right, they're going to get around this corner pretty fast.
Now that's one thing that will stop a bombing soldier. A mini sentry, it's area denial central with one of them. It only takes 2 shots from a soldier or demo to kill it, but it will reject any jumping.
Exactly, helping keep a forward push. In come the block heavies of Team Awesome, and so are the heavies at the top of the hill, ready and waiting.
Are we to see some heavy on heavy action here? Unfortunately not. Team Awesome charging up the hill here, wasting no time.
Ubercharge popped by =9, they get the advantage. Draco's going to be going back, trying to keep his alive. He's at 85%, so he's going to keep that to get to the top of the hill.
That's a nice place to be though. He didn't need to overcommit there, and didn't seem to lose too many players with that Uber pop from =9.
Exactly, and they're getting players ahead even with a sentry in place.
=9 taking a leaf out of TA's book and using that sentry's position. And was that a brass beast heavy we saw?
I think so, by that whir of heavy metal it did sound like a brass beast.
Well, in any case, he got headshot. He was not there to rain down terror on everyone. I think he's afraid of on Maximus's head.
There's a beautiful hat I'm wearing, and up we come with the Uber charge, going straight for the sentry. Want to be taking that down. Medic goes down as well. Everyone's going to be pushing forward. Great mini sentry at the top of the ramp.
Ooh, sniper peeking here. Team Awesome winning the round.
Fast round B, didn't even have to get to the 3rd point. There we were, getting to the 2nd point in a faster time.
So that leaves the scores at what, 1-1 now, is it, Maximus?
1-1 indeed, and we've been counting rounds almost as each and every individual one, but this is the 3rd and final one.
Yes, indeed. Now we will have Team Awesome once again on defense, I do believe.
By my colours on screen, we've got them on attack. So what we just had would be happening again, either that or we're switching round. No. So on the tab, we've got Team Awesome on defense. Colours of the screen along the top will be backwards, so...
Let's do a bit of a reload HUD there, I think.
First time for everything.
Indeed, indeed. Team Awesome going back to the sentry position once again.
Somehow I just want to grab him by the shoulders and shake him. Move it! Just move it!
You gotta move that gear up, TJB. Come on, lad.
Exactly. Got to learn from the previous games, and unless they keep a strong defence on the left-hand side, we could see the sentry taken out again.
I'm not sure did they get that much time to practice this map, or had they even seen it before being scheduled for this. So TJB might just be relying on that one place.
Myself included, it was the first time, so I think it was the same case for a lot of people, possibly on the same as =9 as well.
First time playing this map and having to jump in it as a class you don't mean mustn't have been very fun.
Being someone who heals a lot of heavies, I kind of get the gist of just keep the medic alive.
It seems to be the simplest things that are often the hardest to do, Max, as Uber's popped here for =9. It was forced indeed. Soldier getting disconnected, doesn't go down though. TJB doing a good job wrangling here.
This time TJB gets taken out by Blackout Avengers pills, which means the sentry's going to be vulnerable to attack. But the Uber pops.
I can tell you're smiling right now.
How did you know? I forgot about that moment, but yeah, being Uber charged, whether it's you popping or being the patient, it's always good times.
Good times indeed when you get, what, 4 or 5 kill on the apart.
Please, it's just a few. But it seems Sentry has gone down actually in the background. So equals 9 are going to get a chance to push up.
Yes, no, they had been stalled for a lot longer than we've seen them being stalled in previous rounds. Team Awesome, they may still have a teleporter up. There seems to be a lot of players still behind the lines here.
It's like you don't want to get caught out, you just want to bunch back, get back to the next point and just recover what you can.
Now Team Awesome, I presume, yes, they're just going for that standard sentry position. It's working well for them. If they can set up a defense like they had the last time, we could see equals 9 shut out here again.
It's a shame when a new map comes about. It's got great spirit to bring new people in, but it's just got places like a sentry spot that everyone will place on because it's just so good.
It's so good until people realize, yes, there's a whole other area on the right. If I had a direct hit right now, I'd spam that sentry down.
Both Ubers popped, Soldier versus Heavy, and EQ9 just running away from it.
Fading just before the Team Awesome Uber and Maximus himself plowing down the medic.
Brings a tear to my eye.
I've never seen someone cry over killing their enemy, but when it's a medic and you mean it, I can see what you mean.
Turtle again going straight for the medic, this time taken out in the air by Sahasis. EQ9 Heavy.
I don't see how we can call them the EQ9 Heavy. They have been off class in the entire game. But I must say, for a team that does not stick with the one class, they're doing quite well, putting it up to Team Awesome here.
Oh, they are. They're bringing a good game, as we've seen. It's 1-1 already.
It's a strange tactic, but very effective. It doesn't give your team anything to be able to call off of. You won't be able to learn what they like to do if they keep switching players. And if you have 9 players who can play each class equally well, you can really upset the competition.
Good stickies on the cart. They're keeping Team Awesome at bay, just wanting to put them all in the spot around the sentry.
Now Team Awesome with an Uber, and it is popped here as well from equals 9. They are going to try and get down the scum. They don't, in fact, as Team Awesome pop back.
Sometimes there's no heavy, so they choose the pyro, keeps everyone at bay, and everyone's scattered again.
Now Cuttlefish again putting that mad milk on the heavy so he can tank him a lot easier. Maximus and Cuttlefish take down the pyro as well. Here is Turtle Cam. Are we going to get a first person bomb from him?
Sure hope so. Spy just in the background near the car, but Medic's already down. Takes the demo with him, and Engineer as well.
I'm liking this defense and Team Awesome. They are really holding up well, but
Oh,
TJB gone down.
Painful stuff. Let's hope there's a home wrecker, otherwise we'll see in the kill field soon enough. There goes the dispenser, there goes the sentry. Zahasis, what was a heavy is now Spy. There we go.
And Double Death, of course, running that cloak and dagger. It's something you don't see too often, but he's using it very effectively.
Medic down again. Draco sitting at 100%. It's comfortable positions for Team Awesome.
Yeah, Team Awesome seem to enjoy defending this point. They know what they're doing. They've got locked down.
Scout doing what the sentry can't get to, the other side of the car. Keep himself safe. Uber's popped.
Maximus shooting into the air in celebration of receiving an Uber.
Unfortunately, what you didn't see on camera was the flying soldier trying to do a turtle, but I was thinking I was keeping him at bay.
Now we have 3 minutes 16 seconds left for Team Awesome to try and hold this third point. They did it successfully the last round, which won them the last round.
That it did, and let's hope they can hold on for another 3 minutes. Although we've seen in the previous rounds that it's been the last 30 seconds that everything seems kicks off.
Yes, it seems that Equals 9 bring their A game when the chips are down.
And that little battle between Shifty and Cover. Turtle has been having close to an MVP rounds, being in the defence.
Not to take anything away from Double Death, he has been doing work too, keeping the engineer at bay. And that's something that's very important in a map like this, a very long, very stretched out map. You need an engineer with teleporters up.
Otherwise, yeah, your attack's going to be broken up. You need your team together to get around big, closed-off spots like this one.
Soldier's jumper ejected again there.
And the defensive buff banner comes in. Everyone gets to push up with those mini crits. What an air pipe, though, by Brada. Gotta celebrate that one.
I'm not sure was he aiming for that, but he certainly connected it. Great air pipe.
Big shout out to Steve the Pirate. Yarg.
Yeah, indeed, Steve the Pirate, the resident sniper for Team Awesome.
Scout choosing the fan, keeping the heavy at bay. It's a good choice there, just to clear the defense first.
The fan is one of those weapons that you don't see too often, but if you get a specialist, it can be devastating.
2-shot kills on the majority of classes always going to help, and the urine doesn't stop the heavy until he's at the very top. Shames. Piston Soldier doing the same.
Never going to work. Ooh, Spy goes down. Not after sapping the Sentry though.
Sentry down, medic up. Only one player for Blue just coming up the hill.
As we've seen there, we got Flash the Tab. Double Death is top scoring, even above the medic, which is huge play. Medic, of course, gets points for healing teammates and extra
And what
points
hard
for
use is
cities.
that, really?
Ends in 30 seconds.
Double Death taking down the medic, taking down the soldier, keeping everyone back.
And sometimes that knife is just as useful to poke people to death with.
Sometimes I swear it does more damage than any other melee face-up.
Indeed, it does seem that way sometimes, especially when, well, the two of us are number 1 and 2 targets for spies.
Popped, 1 second to go. In comes the scout trying to keep it alive.
Not going to happen, unfortunately.
Too many players up around the cart and Equals 9.
This Maximus coming third on the scoring list only after joining.
I think points may have been reset possibly at the start of that round, but yeah, I'd like to think. Team also doing well in the defence there.
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
Now it's going to need a huge defense here from Equals 9. They have to hold this first point, which has not seen a great defense from anyone so far.
Yeah, we're going to see who's going up first and where the sentry might be placed. A bit of a scan of the whole environment. You can see it's got some similarity to a few other maps. Big open spaces left and right with just that small payload trying to get down the middle.
Begins in 30 seconds.
I'd fancy wrangling a sentry just to the right of that. Ooh, Rob typing in a few commands here. Exactly a HUD reload scheme, sorting everything out for him. I'd like to see a wrangled sentry on that bridge just to the right of the barrier.
See if it goes back to spot number 1, which is at the top of the hill.
Just watching Team Awesome here chilling in spawn.
So, a few sticky sly on the cart. There they go.
Double kill with the sticky trap. Yet again we have that standard spot, although this engineer I see has moved his dispenser up closer to him.
Sometimes it's a risk because you might see it go down, other times you need that medal and health with you.
Another very dangerous thing, especially when Dr. Demo's running the lock-in mode, is he will get a lot of splash damage off of that weapon. It can two-shot buildings if it gets the correct splash damage, and the way that's set up, I think it could two-shot that sentry, you know.
Here we go though, a few stickies behind it and everything's going down. Engineer's still whacking away with that Jag.
Jag, in my opinion, the best wrench in the game. For people that complain about the damage output, it will still kill a spy in 2 swings. And you should have better shotgun aim than that, so.
In comes an aggressive pyro on the cart. Team Awesome bunching up and being punished for it.
Getting mowed down by the heavy, doing what it does best, just getting in front of everyone.
Medic keeping safe behind the corner. Dr. Demo looking to plant as many stickies before the soldier puts them down. So they couldn't win it on the first point. We're going to see if Team Awesome can get it on the second.
Maximus mowing down the heavy, although he's covered in pace, gets knocked back by the fan scout, who eventually goes down. And Team Awesome looks set to cap first here.
Got that first cap point, and with only one person on cart, we're going to need to keep at least 3. The maximum speed only being 3, so as long as you've got the scout and one other, everyone else can just keep aggressive.
And that was a very nice headshot on the scout from close range by the equals 9 sniper.
Any headshot on a scout at close range deserves a maximum. Hats off to that.
Unless it's with the huntsman, and then I'm sure it's just luck.
That it is. Although we get to see the medic using Bloodsaga in this. Now really, that's not the best choice you want to be having. You want as much self-healing as possible and leave your team to be killing. You've got 8 other people ready to kill. You should be healing them, not keeping yourself healed with needles.
And what you consider the best choice then, Maximus, considering the recent Crusaders crossbow buff?
That is, it's... Again, we're at UGC, we can't see any unlock being used, so... If a crossbow gets used, I know that medic's good.
What would your preference be, Max? Would you be a standard man? Would you just go with the normal syringe gun?
Other than that, although we have got the one which gives you that faster speed as well, so it depends in your teammates. If you feel they're going to be keeping you alive, just stick to the standard.
No, medic, that isn't a very safe place to be. I'm sure a good sniper can still pick you off from around the corner there.
Exactly, he wants to be keeping behind the wall, that wooden fence there, keep safe, leave your teammates on the point.
Stick a heavy or something on the cart. He's got the most health, 450, when overhealed fully. He'd be very hard to take down.
Totally trying to be aggressive on the fence this time, not working as well.
And Maximus, by the looks of his items there, had been playing in Pyrovision. Must have been feeling a little magical, should I say, Max?
And it is. It gives me superior eyesight for taking down sentries like this one. So with that down, we hope to get the push on, try and get this point that could win the game, as equals 9 didn't get further than this point last time.
Indeed, and I do believe that is the game now. Team Awesome winning 2-1.
Yeah, great shout out to all the players that played today. We haven't possibly been calling out your names, but you get maximum love now. I'm even going to pause it, so we've got Double Death, Draco, Maximus, Turtle, although myself actually I'm going to be shouting for Unforgiven, Fake Master, Cuttlefish, Dr. Demo, TJB, and Piggins.
And for equals 9, I don't know how to pronounce a lot of these names. Spezvu, is it? Jimmy Jizballs, Mad Shifty, Brad, Conanty, Avenger, Cordus, I can't read my own handwriting. Scorpion Eddie and
Scorpion Eddie.
And Z Heis, is it?
Man, equals 9 should be choosing some players with some nice simple names. Jeff, John, Thomas, whatever.
Thomas the Tank Engine should make an appearance in UGC Highlander, I think.
Oh, that on a heavy could work all too well.
I think we have a new name for Maximus when he's playing heavy. I'd like to say thank you very much for listening, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to leave us a comment if you enjoyed. If you didn't enjoy, still leave us a comment saying you liked it, because we're awesome.
Exactly. Either way, we could end up with a lightsaber.
One way or another, Chewbacca could be screaming at you in the night. Maximus, I will say thank you and good night.
Hi King, it's been a pleasure. Let's hope there's many after this one as well. It's been Maximus reporting out.